Director Dettlebach, I'm so glad you finished up talking when you're talking about stolen weapons. When weapons get in the bad guys' hands, they're stolen from some group. We already had Mr. Gates talk about the weapons that were stolen from you. But let's just talk about it. I know you thought Fast and Furious was over with. It's not over. It's not over. There's a licensed FFL that I am aware of that sold a weapon during that Fast and Furious time. Who did he sell it to? To ATF. Guess what? It was recently traced to a crime. Guess who's got to respond to that? The FFL. It was ATF that ran Fast and Furious. 2,000 guns. 2,000 guns. And this one recently turned up in a crime. And now you're coming back to the FFL saying, well, hey, who'd you sell it to? Well, I sold it to an ATF agent. Where did it go? Well, you guys had guns stolen from you. So I want to know this. How many other guns from Operation Fast and Furious remain unaccounted for?
Operation Fast and Furious has been the subject of numerous reports, and I do not have.
So you don't know. Just
I don't have the specific answer. I can get back to you if there's source information.
You don't know because there were over 2,000 guns. Last report that was published was that you'd recovered 700 of them. Mexico reported 150 people killed or maimed with guns that ATF had. Fast and Furious. That's what the radical left Democrats thought was a great program. So don't elaborate and try to say, oh, hey, guess what? You know what? I can get you numbers. I would like those numbers. Because I also want to know this. How many guns walked away altogether from ATF?
Since Fast and Furious.
During Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious, which was, I think, 15 years ago, there were reports. I can check and get back to you with the public record, but we have implemented numerous controls to try and make sure that we're respecting public safety.
But what happened earlier today, it was just reported this year. The IG said that you still haven't implemented enough reforms, guidelines to watch over to make sure. You were the victim of how many guns were stolen from you guys?
Most of the items that were stolen from the National Destruction Branch, which is what I think you're referring to, were parts, were firearm components. There were some number of firearms that were also stolen.
So you're not going to tell us the number?
And I don't know sitting here the exact number of complete firearms.
How many guns from Fast and Furious were recovered at crime scenes?
Again, I don't want to.
How many FFLs are you inspecting today because they sold to ATF during Fast and Furious? Do you know that?
I don't believe we're inspecting any FFLs today.
Well, sure you are. Sure you are.
Because I've had. Please allow me to finish. Because of any conduct that relates in any way, shape, or form to Fast and Furious.
Well, sure you are, because I know, because an FFL contacted me and showed me the docs. You guys are inspecting and going after an FFL who sold to ATF.
I'm sorry if I misunderstood. I thought your question was, are we inspecting people because of conduct in Fast and Furious? It would be 15 years since it would be normal, in the normal course of business to inspect a federally licensed firearms dealer once a decade.
But the problem that we have here, and this is just one of many FFLs that are undergoing rigorous problems from you guys. This is an FFL that's sold to an ATF agent. The ATF lost track of that weapon. It gets used in a crime, and now he's having to respond. Why isn't ATF having to respond? Because it gets back to the hypocrisy of your zero tolerance policy. You guys can't live up to your own requirements and guidelines, but you're going to go after FFLs. How about this one? We have a case where a customer of an FFL who's an American citizen of Armenian descent visited by ATF agents seeking information about his legal firearm purchases. When asked why they wanted to know about his firearm purchases, agents told him that it was because he was born in Iran and had purchased multiple firearms from that FFL. Think about that. How about this one? A different FFL. They have video cameras everywhere. They have one room. The ATF inspector goes in, takes the documents with him, and on their personal phone starts taking pictures of all the documents, personal phone. Is that normal? Is that normal to use your personal phone?
Again, I'm not familiar with the facts and circumstances of that particular matter.
Is that normal? Is that part of you guys?
but we conduct our inspections pursuant to a procedure. It is a public procedure, and we follow that procedure in conducting those.
Including personal phones of your inspectors.
Time of the gentleman has expired. The chair now recognizes the gentleman from California for 5 minutes.
Hey, before you click on the next video, if y'all could do me a big favor and hit that like button. The algorithm loves it, and so do I, because it helps promote these videos and get the message out about what our government has been doing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications, because every time I put out a video, you want to know about it, right? Thanks again, and have a good one. See you on the next one. Peace.